There is more discontent from private doctors to be used in the immunization program after the recent distress among persons who turned up for their second dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. Chairman of the National Health Fund, Howard Mitchell, has taken a step further and asserted that the private sector is willing to compensate persons who would work with the doctors. He says he would like for the issue to be resolved before more doses of the vaccine arrive, so that the next phase flows seamlessly.
We have over 200 doctors every year who administer flu vaccines, pneumonia vaccines, shingle vaccines. They're experienced, they have a system. The record keeping and the data reporting. We now have the UNICEF software platform. It's a simple matter of expanding it to them. As far as the question of their ancillary staff is concerned, you can't ask them to volunteer, and they should be paid. And I know that the private sector would be more than willing, and I speak as a private sector member, the private sector would be more than willing to facilitate payment for staff who give up their weekends or their overtime to do this. So it's simply a matter of putting our heads together and working this out, because if we get 1 million vaccines in here, I guarantee you the public health sector alone can't do it. They would collapse.
Meanwhile, President of the Medical Association of Jamaica, Dr. Andrew Manning, contends that there is more room for the private doctors to be involved in the vaccination program. But he warns that there are details that needs to be fine-tuned.
Certainly you could have more doctors actually administering the vaccine as opposed to just playing a role in terms of the observation and resuscitation if necessary. I think there's scope for advance for an increase of the use of the private doctors. With respect to utilizing them to give it in their offices, certainly there are private doctors that already administer the flu vaccine, so that can be done. I think that the way to go is to have a well-organized blitz with an appointment system, with proper communication, and involving more of the private doctors in that route.
And Mr. Mitchell also spoke about the logistical difficulties associated with procuring doses of the COVID-19 vaccine.
They are bringing in a small amount of vaccines tomorrow. Where they're leaving a destination. They're leaving St. Lucia tomorrow. 3,000 doses of vaccine of AstraZeneca. In order for them to get here, they have to go to Barbados, to Ohio, to Miami, and to Kingston. So for me to tell you that they're going to get here on Wednesday is a speculation. And that is how it is. We've brought vaccines from South Africa. We have to go through Canary Islands, Brazil, all over the place.
He also mentioned unique difficulties in getting doses from the United States.
I have commitments for 500,000 doses of vaccines out of the United States ready to go, and I can't get them out because there is an embargo, because they need to be the departure from the United States needs to be approved. So you can't go and tell the Jamaican people, oh, we have vaccines coming on such and such a date, because we don't. We can tell them when we get them. And that causes a problem because there's a pent-up demand, there's pent-up anxiety. So those are some of the issues.
Aisha Nation, Frontline News.